As you can see, this is a Chenab river, which is one of the five major rivers of Pakistan. However, contrary to what people imagine it to be, it is totally devoid of water.
Even the limited volume of water is contaminated by pollution.
This river, instead of being inhabited by fish and other sea creatures, is inhabited by dogs and land animals.
This shows the extent of water crisis Pakistan is facing.
This is why our group collectively chose the topic of water, food, and agriculture to convey the graveness of the water crisis and also to show the measures we can take in order to conserve the precious water resource Pakistan has.
We conducted a survey of 50 students and teachers in our school from various classes in order to gain the perspective of the educated sector of our society on the water crisis. Our aim for this survey was to know how many people were aware of the water crisis and what measures they take in order to conserve our fresh water. All of the group members were involved in taking the surveys of the students and teachers. After compiling the survey that we conducted in school, the data showed us that 42% of the people were unaware of the fact that we would run dry of our fresh water supply by the year 2050, which was shocking. Moving forth, the data also showed us that 52% of people somewhat contributed to water wastage, while 16% actively contributed to water wastage. Only about 32% of the people did not waste water. Also, through our data, we found out that an overwhelming 40% of people did not take any measures in order to conserve water. The rest did so by raising awareness by using social platforms. Some did by donating to water saving organizations, and others stopped leaking pipes, and some used water efficiently by controlling the volume used.
In order to get different perspectives on our topic, our group also took the interview and surveys of people of different ethnicities. We were able to get the interview and surveys of Pathans, Sindhis, and Balochis. Our purpose to conduct these surveys was to know how the viewpoint of these people on water crisis differed from the viewpoint of the students from our school. Our surveys of the undereducated sector of our society showed us that nearly 80% of the people were unaware that the world will run dry of its freshwater supply by the year 2050. They also rarely took measures to conserve the water. This shows the need to raise awareness in our society and also show them the methods we can take to conserve water.
In order to learn more about the water crisis and methods us people can use to conserve water, we took the interview of the Water and Development Authorities of Pakistan, who are experts on this matter.
So, if you feel easy, we can have a quick interview.
No problem.
So, how many days do you think can you survive without drinking water?
I think not more than 1 day.
Right. Secondly, sir, when do you think Pakistan will run out of fresh drinking water?
I think with present circumstances and the way we are wasting our water, I think we will up to 2050 we will run out of water, fresh water.
So the third question is that do you think our government is taking some initiatives to help conserve the limited resources of water we have?
Yes, I think the government is going in the right direction now. We are building many reservoirs now. So I think the in future situation will be far better.
Okay. Sir, in your opinion, what method personally would be the most effective for the conservation of water?
I think it's every person it's a responsibility, it's personal responsibility. Whatever we can do, we can to save this water, fresh water. We should not waste in our washrooms. We should not waste water while cleaning and in washing our vehicles. So in all aspects, we should try to minimize our use of this fresh water.
Right, sir. At last, sir, would you like to say something about to add in this interview?
I think you young people are doing very well for this cause, and I think this is a part that you can produce, and we can this uh, you can start a movement for collection of the funds for dams, or you can also motivate people like us to conserve water.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
First, our group decided to raise general awareness in our school and to the public people through leaflets created by our group. This is not only limited to teenagers or adults, but to children as well, as they are the future and have to learn to save water. Then our group decided to demonstrate the actions we can take in order to save water practically, so it is further clear how to save water.
The internal leakage of water can lead to a lot of wastage of water and this kind of situation of the walls. So leakages must be found and fixed to avoid such situations and wastage of limited supply of water. In our house, as soon as we diagnosed this leakage, we called the plumber and fixed it immediately. So we would strongly appeal to others to follow it as well.
In order to prevent water shortages, we must control wastage, and whenever we see a dripping or open tap, we should close it.
Instead of taking a shower, we should take a bath using a bucket, which saves a lot of water in comparison.
We should also take extra care in the bathrooms of our homes, as small amounts of wastage per day add up to millions of gallons of water being lost over time.
Whenever we see water being wasted, such as a needless tap flowing, we should close it as soon as possible. Through our school campaigning, we managed to raise 5,500 rupees. Although this isn't much, but considering this was given by students from the allowance they were given for lunch, it shows us the generosity and ambitious effort the students of our school took in order to solve this grave problem. The teachers also contributed to their best of abilities. All of the money was donated to Al Khidmat Foundation, which is a non governmental organization that has a clean water project aiming to provide Pakistanis with clean drinking water throughout the nation. We thought their initiative was closely linked with our aim as well, therefore, we donated to them instead of the rest of the organizations in Pakistan.